This is the Expect Awesome Podcast, your source for expecting and achieving awesome with a God-powered confidence. And now, motivational speaker and Integrity Doctors President, Mr. Ryan K. Mall.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode here at the Expect Awesome Podcast. I am so excited to be with you again this week. Last week, we talked about moves, and we talked about recognizing what is a move and what isn't, and realizing sometimes when you are in a move, when you don't even realize you're actually in a move. And this week, I want to move to something that's also very mental in a way. I want to move to something that's to help your focus, to help you see things correctly. It's a perception in a lot of ways. And the honest truth is, even as I introduce this, if you read the title of it already, if you're one of those people that reads the title before you hit play, if you got this far, I'm telling you, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it because the title of this one is going to scare some people. And I know that. The title of this one may just turn some people off. And I know that. And, I just felt like, I've been kind of weighing on me the last couple of weeks. I've been kind of planning this out of what I want to talk about. And I felt like this fit it perfectly, the example. And I realized that I just can't ignore the fact that there was an election. There just was. There was a presidential election, kind of big right now. Right now, some would say there's a winner. Some would say it's undecided. Whatever your thought is, the next question I'm going to ask has a lot to do with how you feel. Now, before I ask that question, I'm going to go ahead and just state it because I know I have been very frank with you. I know over the years of doing this, I have been very open, very honest with you. And in that honesty, I have always said, stay away from politics. Don't talk about it. Don't enter into it. Don't mention it. Don't bring it up. And the reason I always say that is very simple, because especially in America, literally we're divided 50-50. So if you come out and say, I support this, even though you think it's right, even though you think it's good, even though you think it's what you need to do, understand this, you're about to just tick off half of your customers, half of the people around you. And that's just not worth it. It's not worth losing half the people over one statement. It's just not. It's a business decision. It's stupid. That's not a worthwhile thing to do. So I'm not a big fan of talking about who you want to vote for. But at the same time, right now, I'm going to break precedent and I'm going to ask the question. I'm going to ask the question. You ready for this? I'm going to ask this question. When I ask this question, I want you to actually respond. Now, I know I can't hear you, but I want you to respond. Now, whether you want to respond verbally or you want to respond internally, however that is, no matter where you're at, whatever you want to do, but I actually want you to answer the question, okay? So I'm about to ask the question, and I want you to actually answer. I'm going to give you a moment to answer, okay? And the question is this: who did you vote for? Okay? I'm pretty sure I heard you. I'm pretty sure I ESPN'd it into our brains. I'm pretty sure I know what you said. But if you voted for the president, you had to pick. So who did you vote for? Now, the reason I'm asking you that isn't because I really care. I don't care who you voted for. I don't really care who wins, if I'm being totally honest with you. It just isn't going to affect me and my purpose. It isn't going to affect what I'm doing. It's not going to affect what happens here. What I want to talk to you about today is I want you to realize that the decision that you made when you voted is a decision that you are making every day and you're not realizing it or not. I want to make sure that you get this because self-belief is big. Confidence is big. The only way to be awesome is to assume awesome. The only way to experience awesome is to think awesome. And by this, if you look at who you voted for the president, I've noticed one very common trait among everybody. There's a common thing I've told people over the years, and it's a word I don't ever like using, and it's the word but. B-U-T. I don't like the word because the word pretty much means that every time you use that word, everything that is before it is a lie. So in a general sense, if you're in a relationship and it's not going good and the person says, I love you, but no, the love is canceled out because what's coming next is the real feeling. What's coming next is the real focus. If they say, I want to help you, but no, they don't want to help you. They're moving on. There's a but. See, we've all got buts. We've all used buts. It sounds like a really nice way to let people out of something, but in reality, what it is It's you trying to find a gentle way to let people down, a gentle way to turn people down, a gentle way to get out of something you don't want to do or get out of something you don't want to say. But that's what the but is. So what I've noticed here in this time, in this election, in the current state that we're in, that word got used a lot. See, I know that for you, if you look at your candidate, I'm going to have to name which one because it goes for both. If you look at whichever candidate you chose, there are some horrible things that you have to overlook to vote for that candidate. There just are. I don't have to point out which side. And here's the brilliance of this. I can do this right now, and I can not bring up either person's name that ran, the main two. And you could listen to this in 4 years and this would still apply. Because what happens is in an election, there are some things that your candidate did that's horrible. There are some things that your candidate stands for that's horrible. The problem is we look over them. Now, I would say that's not a problem. But see, that's the problem we have with each other, is that when we go against the other, we point out all the wrong things the other side has done. We point out all the wrong stuff, all the stuff that we should not support, that you shouldn't like. And I get that. But here's the problem. And there's a but. Here's the problem. You're willing to overlook some pretty horrible things to see the good in the person that you're supporting, to see the good in the person that you're behind, to see the good in the person that you're voting for. Some of you already voted, and you voted in such a way that you did this. You put behind you what you didn't think was mattered. You didn't think it mattered. You didn't think it was worth talking about. You didn't think it was even worth pointing out. But you put in front of you the good things that the person, candidate, whatever, that you were voting for, you put those good things first. And you were willing to overlook other things because you felt so strongly about these positive things. And why am I doing this? I know you're already saying, Ryan, man, we're 7 minutes into this thing. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what's this have to do with mindset? What's this have to do with anything? Because I want to remind you of something incredibly important. And that's simply this. Who did you vote for today? You see, each and every single day, when you get up, when you get ready, when you're going into work, when you're going about your day, you have a decision to make whether or not you are going to vote for you, whether you are going to support you. See, you may be willing to overlook what one candidate did and look for their good, but you for yourself are having a really hard time overlooking your pain, overlooking your hurt, overlooking your sin, overlooking your negativity, and you aren't voting for you. Some of you are living right now stuck on the negative that's impacted you, stuck on the negative that's hurting you, stuck on the negative things that you don't need right now. But the reason you're stuck is you aren't forgiving yourself the way you're willing to forgive others, the way you're willing to overlook a candidate. You aren't giving yourself that grace. You aren't giving yourself that gift. You are not giving yourself that trust. And I'm telling you right now, what you have to do each and every single day, no matter what happened yesterday, no matter what happened the hour before this, no matter what it is, you have to be able to look at yourself and say, you know what? I vote for you. You can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'd vote for you. I choose you. You're good. You're great. You're awesome. Not look in the mirror and say, you're the one who did this. You're the one who's facing this. You're the one no one likes. You're the one everybody doesn't want to be around. It is so much easier to look at yourself and see those negative things, but then look at your candidate and write off those things and only see the good. At what point are you going to decide to recognize that what the negative happens in your life doesn't define you, but the God-powered awesomeness inside of you does? And that's who you should vote for. You need to start voting for you. You need to start standing behind you, no matter what's thrown your way, no matter what comes. Because you notice people, when they choose a candidate, when something bad happens, they don't say, oh, well, that was a bad thing, I'm done with them. No. They still come with a reason to stick with them. They still come with a way to stand by them. They still come with a way to hold the line. And I'm telling you, for some of you, you don't do that for yourself. You are quick to judge yourself. You're quick to define yourself. You are quick to write yourself off, and you're quick to turn yourself down. And I'm telling you, that stops now. That stops today. Today starts a new level of loyalty, a self-loyalty, a loyalty that shows that you know you're good. You know you're awesome. You know that you've got everything that you need. You know that you are worth it. You know that you are worth immeasurably more than anyone could ever ask or imagine. But that can't happen, that can't start, that can't go forward unless you choose to vote for yourself now. You choose to look past all the stuff you've been staring at for so long. You choose to leave behind what you have been putting up in front. It's time to have some grace for yourself. It's time to forgive yourself. You know, if I can be just totally honest, if probably the biggest lesson I've learned in the last, let's call it 6 to 9 months, and this is kind of where all this comes from, is that I've learned in my own walk with God that there are a lot of things that I believe He's forgiven me for, a lot of things I believe He's wiped clean, a lot of things He died for, a lot of things, I can see every trouble I've ever had, and I can easily understand Him forgiving me for it. But there's a lot of those things that I didn't forgive myself for, that I didn't let go of. He let go of them, but I didn't. And I need to. I need to move on. I need to move forward. I need to vote for me. And if I can vote for me with the things I've done, with the pain I've had, with the experiences I've gone through, you can do it too. You can vote for you because you are awesome and you are powered by a God who loves you and knows you can achieve immeasurably more than any of us could ever ask or imagine. Thanks for joining me this week. I want to leave you in prayer before I get off here. Remind you, I was supposed to go to Minneapolis this week, and that got canceled because of COVID. Things happen. But some new stuff coming, new content coming. I appreciate everything so much. Check out my book online, I Am Awesome by Ryan K. Mall. It's a kid's book on confidence. Check that out. It's how to build a God-powered confidence in every one of your little ones. I love getting the notes from it. I got a few more this week. So great to see it. It's on. It's like $13, whatever it is. Go in there, get it. It makes a great Christmas gift. So that's coming. Great stocking stuffer. Get on that. It's a great deal. Let me lead you out. God, I want to thank you today for these people. I want to thank you for everyone who tunes into this podcast. I ask that everyone listening and all the new listeners we have, I ask that you bless them. I ask that you put your hands on them and let them know that you vote for them. Let them know that you've got them. Let them know that you believe in them, that you have faith in them, that you have hope in them, that you know that they can do immeasurably more because you got them. You got this. You have it all covered. God, I want you to help them wipe away any insecurities, any pain, any hurt that they're facing right now. Help them to deal with it. Help them to realize that they need to put that on you and let that go. God, I want to pray for the blessings of every single one of our listeners, every single one of their families, every single one of their kids, and pray for health, healing, happiness, and pray for the most awesome Christmas season we've had yet. In your glorious name we pray. Amen. Thanks for watching this week, everybody. God bless you. Love you, and I'll see you very soon.
For more awesomeness, visit ryankmall.com or follow him on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter @RyanKMall. Until next time, keep smiling, and remember, you are awesome.